welcome back to the Bristol City Career Mode, Episode 7, Season 7. If you don't want any spoilers from last season, it is right there. We won the Premier League last season, and we did a decent job in the Champions League, especially in the league phase. But in the knockouts, we got knocked out straight away to Lyon, which was very annoying. But we are progressing a huge amount now. This will most likely be our final episode of the Bristol City Career Mode. This will only be the final one if we can win the Champions League. Not too worried about the Premier League now. We've won it, we've done it. So the Champions League is our main goal now. If you are enjoying this series so far, then please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And yeah, let's get straight into this episode. So looking at our starting lineup, I don't really have anywhere specific that I'm going to be looking at to sign. I'm mainly going to be looking at our backups. At the moment, we've only really got Knight and Abraham, who are relatively decent backups. I would like to bolster that up a little bit more if we want to give ourselves a good chance at the Champions League. But it kind of depends on how much budget we get, and it also depends on what offers we might get from our players. There's a couple of players in this that I really just want to keep right until the end, especially Semenyo and Scott, who are obviously ex-Bristol City players. Anyway, so yeah, let's just see what happens and let's have a quick look at what budget we've got. We have got a very nice budget for this season. We've got £123 million, so we could do some decent damage with that. At the moment, I think we need to focus on our bench and just get that as good as we can and then go from there. So I had a quick look at the free agents market and just to see if there's anyone that could be a decent backup. We've picked out a few players here. Might have noticed one of them, Toby Hobbs, who was in our youth academy, but yeah, he moved on last season so that we can get players like Upamecano, but he is on the free agents list already, which I'm a bit shocked about, but I'm going to get him back because his potential is unbelievable. So if we do go beyond this season, he could be very important for us. So I'm going to go on and sign all these players. I didn't think it was worth showing you all of the cutscenes and stuff like that. These are the players I'm going to sign. Just to confirm, they have all been signed now. I'm not going to accept this offer, but look what we can get for Rio. I'm not going to be accepting this deal, but look at what we can get for Rio. £218 million all the way up to £320 million. That is absolutely crazy. So we have made another backup signing. We have got a centre back by Lino Lozano from Newcastle. He is 83 rated. He is going to be a brilliant backup for us. Bit short, but what can you do? He's a brilliant player. And we managed to get him for £45 million. We also got ourselves a backup goalkeeper. D'Angelo is coming from Manchester City for £37.5 million plus Noah Eel. Elijah Morrison has gone to West Brom for £3.35 million. Benitez is going for £7.2 million. Skinner has gone to Burnley for £4.75 million. Ollie Hogg is going for £1.65 million. Tyler Riley is going to Leeds for £4.25 million. LaRoche is going to Angers for £6.2 million. Upamecano is going to Man City for £92.5 million, so that is a huge profit. He is aging and he was going to start going down in rating, so I thought I'd sell him whilst we could get a decent amount for him, so we can get ourselves a younger, stronger centre-back. And we have got our replacement centre-back, Bogdanovic. He is a regen player. We got him for Valencia. He is 10 years younger than Upamecano, but he is 87 rated. 2 ratings below, but he's going to shoot way above what Upamecano was anyway. This is going to be a brilliant signing for us. He's going to be strong. So we got Bogdanovic from Valencia for £90 million. So first game of the pre-season friendlies, we got Real Betis. We seem to get a similar team each time, but it is what it is. Let's quick sim and see how we get on. And it is going to be a 4-1 win. Get in there. We needed to sign another winger, so I ended up getting Louis Houghton from Wolves for £18.5 million. Yeah, literally just as a backup, but he's an exciting prospect, so could be decent for us. Next, we've got Atalanta in the pre-season friendlies. Let's quick sim and see how we get on. And it is going to be a 3-1 win. We are absolutely flying through these now. Our last pre-season friendly is against Girona. Let's quick sim and see how we get on. Can we make it 3 out of 3? No, it's a 0-0 draw. So we've got our first competitive game. We have got Spurs in the Community Shield as we won the Premier League last season. Let's quick sim this and let's see how we get on. And it's going to be... Oh, we've lost 2-1 to Spurs. You're having a laugh. First game of the Premier League season is against Nottingham Forest at home. Let's quick sim this and see how we get on. And it's going to be a 2-1 win. That's a bit more like it. We've made a huge decision to sell Combs to Atalanta for £105 million. I just feel like we could get a very, very good goalkeeper. And we have got a goalkeeper. He has come from Lyon. He is a regen called Lejeune. I believe that's how you say it anyway. But he is 21 years old, but he is 91 rated. He's one of the highest rated players, one of the highest rated goalkeepers in the game at the moment. So this is an upgrade that we needed. Managed to get Lejeune for £80 million plus Jason Knight. Jason Knight wanted out and I was struggling to sell him, so I thought I'd include him in this deal, I should say. And we got our Jason Knight replacement, Musa from AC Milan. We got him for £25 million. Just a very rapid centre mid. I just always wanted to sign him, so great opportunity. Now I believe this team is ready to win it all. That's it for this season's summer transfer window. We're going to skip on to the Carabao Cup match, and then after that I'm going to go to January and then show you what the league phase of the Champions League looks like. I'm not going to stop at every single game. We're just going to see how we get on in the league phase. So here we go. First game of the Carabao Cup, and it is against Manchester United. Let's quick sim this with our first team and see how we get on. And it's going to be a 3-1 win to us. Get in there. Hopefully we can win some sort of cup this season. Not having the easiest run in the Carabao Cup, but we've got Manchester City away next in the round of 16. Let's quick sim and see how we get on. And it's going to be a 3-2 win. Get in there. Carabao Cup quarter-final is against Spurs. We haven't had the best record against Spurs this season, but let's quick sim and let's see how we get on. And it's going to be... Oh, we're lost on penalties, 5-4. We've made it to January and we are currently 4th in the Premier League. 39 points. We are 6 points behind Arsenal, who are at the top. Not too concerned about this. As long as we get a Champions League spot, I'm pretty happy. If we win the Premier League, that'd be great, but our main focus is the Champions League and the cup runs this season. So let's see how we're currently getting on in the cups and the Champions League. So currently in the Champions League, with 2 games to go, we are not in the best position. We're 14th with 10 points. Yeah, I wish we were a little bit better, maybe in the top 8. We're more likely going to be getting a playoff position, and a playoff match against someone is not ideal, but at least we're not completely at the bottom. Obviously last season must have been a bit of a fluke in the league phase. So first game in the FA Cup for us is against Leyton Orient. We're going to be playing our second team, as it is starting to look pretty decent now. We want to give the boys a bit of a run out. So let's quick sim and see how we get on. And it is going to be a... taking a little while. 2-0 win. Get in there. So after our last couple of games, we did push up to 10th in the Champions League phase. So that means we're going to be in the playoffs. And our playoff match is against Marseille, who we have literally just beat in the league phase. So hopefully that means that we can get through quite easily. That is the January transfer window done. So we're going to be focusing on the FA Cup and the Champions League. We've got the playoffs in the Champions League. So let's skip all the way to whatever the next game is and see how we get on. So here we go. Manchester City in the next round of the FA Cup. We're not getting the easiest rounds, but let's see how we get on. We're going to quick sim this game, and it's going to be a 3-2 win. Get in there. So here we go. First game in our playoff round. It's against Marseille, and we are away in the first leg. So let's see how we get on. Quick sim, and it's going to be a 2-1 loss. Oh no. It's not good. I think I'm going to have to play the second leg. Right, here we go. Second leg. We've got a little bit of work to do, but I'm going to play this game against Marseille because I can't afford us to lose this game. Not guaranteed that I'm going to win this game, but let's just play it and see how it goes. Even though I upped the level to legendary, I'm somehow finding this way too easy, this game. We're 4-0 up in the 38th minute, so I am just going to jump sim to end, I should say. And it ends up being 5-0. And that does mean we win 6-2 on aggregate, so that means we are through to the next round of the Champions League. So here we go, next round of the FA Cup. We've got Everton at home. Let's quick sim and see how we get on. Hopefully we get through. And it's going to be a 1-0 win with Rio scoring. Get in there, we're getting quite far in this. Here we go, round of 16 of the Champions League. And we have got Barcelona. First leg is at home. We're going to quick sim the first game. We've got a couple of players suspended. But hopefully we'll get the job done for now. But it is a 1-0 loss. Alright, here we go. Second leg against Barcelona. I'm going to play this. I really want us to get to the Champions League final. So let's get it done. And that is full time, 3-1 to Bristol City. We managed to get past Barcelona with a little bit of a disadvantage before the game. This is looking good for us. We are into the quarterfinals, so let's see who we've got next. Before that, let's get to the FA Cup quarterfinal, and we've got Stoke City. We're going to quick sim it and see how we get on. And it is going to be a 3-1 win, so we are into the semi-final of the FA Cup. This is going to be a mad episode, that's for sure. Quarterfinal time in the Champions League, and we've got Borussia Dortmund. We are away in the first leg, as we have been doing. We're going to quick sim the first leg and see how we get on. And it's going to be a 1-1 draw. I'm in two minds whether to play this second leg against Borussia Dortmund in the quarterfinal. But you know what? I'm enjoying playing these games, so I'm going to play it. is it. 3-2 to Bristol City. We got through the skin of our teeth, but Tammy Abraham to save the day. I knew there was a good reason why I wanted to keep him, and that was exactly it for them moments. Oh, we are into the semi-final of the Champions League. Is this going to be our year? I can't wait to find out. So here we go, semi-finals of the FA Cup. We have got Arsenal. Let's just see how we get on. I'm going to quick sim it. It's a bit of a risk, but you know, I want to focus my games that I actually play on the Champions League. So let's quick sim, and it's going to be... Oh, we lose on penalties. 2-2 in the game, and then 2-0 on penalties. Manchester City in the semi-final of the Champions League, and this is the first leg, and we are away to them. We're going to quick sim like we normally do, and just see how we get on. And it's going to be a 2-0 win to Bristol City. Get in there. Here we go, second leg, and we have got a 2-goal advantage. We're going to quick sim it. It's a bit of a risk, I know, but oh, come on boys, please. Let's get to this final. And it's going to be, yeah, 2-0 win again. Easily done. We are in the Champions League final. So we've simmed all the way to the end of the season. And in the Premier League, we ended up in third place. Obviously not quite where we would have wanted, but like I said, I just wanted to be in a Champions League spot, and we've got that. So I'm not fully disappointed about that. But obviously we've got a very big game coming up, which is the Champions League final, and let me show you who we're coming up against. We have got PSG in the Champions League final. This is going to be a very difficult one because I know they have got an incredible team, but geez, this is going to be a huge game. So then, Bristol City versus PSG in the Champions League final. I still can't believe this is happening. This is the first time Bristol City have even been close to a major trophy, obviously apart from when we won the Premier League last year, but this is the biggest one you can get in club football, so hopefully we can get the job done. Oh, that's an interesting way to start the game. I don't know what happened there. A little bit concerning. Valverde gives it to Gray. Semenyo. Can he get his goal in the Champions League final? And he can! What a finish from Semenyo. 7 minutes in. Oh, that is why we brought him back. Brought him back to Bristol City. Oh, what a brilliant goal that was. Back, and that is well played out. Valverde is getting chased behind Scott to Ekitike. Rio's making that run. Here we go. Can he get the job done? Can he finish it? Oh, he's put it wide. Oh, that is so unlucky. Oh, great tackle. Rio gives it to Ekitike. Semenyo sees Lawrence making the run. Cuts in. Ekitike's there, and he gets the goal. 2-0. What a finish, and what a little run by Lawrence. That is half time. 2-0 to Bristol City at the moment. Oh, what a ball. Oh, our defence has gone absolute shambles, and they've scored. Oh, what a lovely finish though, but absolutely terrible from my defence. Time for some substitutions, I reckon. Right, Valverde, you're going to come off for Musa. I want to have Robin as our mascot playing, so I'm going to put him on for Rio. I think I'm going to put Lozano on for Vega. And you know what? Abraham, your time to shine. You beauty! Tammy's making the run in the middle. Can he do it? Go on, Tammy! Tammy Abraham! Go on! Yes! Tammy Abraham with the goal to seal it for Bristol City. Who else would do it? Come on! And that's it. Bristol City are Champions League winners. I cannot believe I just said that. That is absolutely incredible. And with Tammy Abraham, a Bristol City legend, scoring the goal as well. We've managed to get Semenyo, Alex Scott in this team as well. This is absolutely brilliant. I cannot believe we've actually done this. What a team we have built. And here we go. Finally we get an animation of us winning something, which is quite nice for a change. And here we go, our captain Lawrence. Should have put the captain's armband on someone else, but here we go. And we are Champions League winners. Get in there. Bristol is going to be going wild tonight. And there you are, 3-1 to Bristol City. What a game that was. And looking at the end of the season stats, oh my god, Ekitike with 38 goals and 10 assists, Rio with 25 goals and 20 assists, Semenya with 22 goals and 12 assists, even Valverde and Scott getting some decent goals and assists as well. And obviously our boy Tammy Abraham, even though he's going down in rating, scored some incredibly important goals. So what an incredible career mode this has been. We've won the Premier League and we've won the Champions League with Bristol City, who started off as a very bulk standard championship team, and we've made them into European giants. This is where I'm going to end the career mode as a whole, as there is not much more we can really do. And I want to focus on some other video ideas that I've got. I want to focus on doing full rebuilds. And now that I've got the momentum of doing some videos, I feel ready to do them now. But if you enjoyed this series, then please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, because every single season where there's a new game out, I'm going to be doing a Bristol City Career Mode, guaranteed. As this is my team, I always want to get them to the best that they can be. Thank you very much for watching this, and I shall see you guys later.